All right, what is up, everybody? The Detroit Lions have made yet another great signing. Oh, another good move. Another good move, and there is something to keeping your own. There's something to it. And I was talking about this with a friend the other day. We were talking about the Micah Parsons contract and how they had to pay him $46+ million. And we were talking about what that meant for Hutchinson and trading. And we said the very biggest difference between Hutchinson and Micah Parsons, they are both game wreckers. They are both phenomenal football players, but Hutchinson is the dude you want in a locker room. He is the guy you want to be the face of a franchise, the face of a defense, the face of a defensive line. He is the epitome of hard work. He is the epitome of what you want in your community. Like, he is that dude, and he's hometown. And so to keep him in is great. First, it was Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams and Penei Sewell. I don't know if Goff was actually first. Aleem McNeil. Now it's Aiden Hutchinson, and that's why this is titled Yet Another Great Move. We now have him locked up. It's a 4-year, $180 million deal, but somehow it keeps him through 2030. We're going to explain that on this video. But it is a record-setting $141 million guarantee, all right? And he is going to be signed through 2030. So let's go ahead and look at Spotrac already has the deets. It doesn't say it's a guess. It is saying this is what it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this contract looks like for Aiden Hutchinson, all right? Here's the reason it's really, really impressive. It's $45 million a year, but here's what needs to be known. Right here, he's still on his final 2 years of his rookie contract. So what they did was they took some of the cap hit that he would have had next year, which will actually help us next year, and they put it out on the last 4 years of his contract. The out comes right here at 5 years, $160 million. There would be zero dead cap after this. That's the out for 2030, the final year of his contract. But it would not be until then. You got to pay him large amounts of money in 2029. That's the way it goes. So for those of you who are hey, we'll worry about it when we have to worry about it, people, I don't care. It helps us now. This is a great deal for you. If you're oh no, how are we going to pay that man all of this money, and you worry about contracts in the future? Okay, let's have that conversation. Here's the thing, though. When it comes to Hutch, we do realize there are still people that need to be paid coming up soon. All right? There will still be people that need to get paid. Brian Branch, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Sam Laporta. Those are the next guys up. And per Spotrac, which we just looked at, or Spotrac, all right, Branch would probably be listed at $20 million a year, Gibbs around 19, Laporta around 18. So you have to figure that out. Campbell would be next. All right, Campbell would be the next guy in that, and those are all up for extension in a couple of months. So that's really interesting to me. Not Campbell, but the other three guys. How do you feel about this move? I mean, like, it feels like the millions of dollars that are being spent in the NFL are just crazy. It's like basketball money. The amount of money that's being spent on non-quarterbacks. I hate large contracts unless it's an absolute superstar. I don't like it, all right? I was the one who came on this program when the Packers traded for Micah Parsons, and I was the one who said, oh, cool. They gave up 2 first-round picks and a Pro Bowl defensive tackle in Kenny Clark for the right to pay Micah Parsons $47 or whatever million a year. I thought that was silly. I didn't think that was a good move for them, if I can be completely honest. With Hutchinson, because of everything that I said at the front end of this video, he's the type of guy you want to be the face of a franchise, to lead your defense, to be in the community, to lead your line. the locker room presence that he has, the work ethic that he has, the hometown. Like, people absolutely love this guy. Plus the fact that he is as much of a game wrecker. He is as much of a game wrecker as Parsons. I mean, like, no, I get it. Micah Parsons, like, you can say what you want. You can absolutely say what you want about Micah Parsons. That's fine. It is. But Aiden Hutchinson is very, very good. All right. No, he might not have just that elite speed. He might not have all those certain things, but he is extremely, extremely good. Last year before the injury, he was much better than Parsons. And this year, he still is elite. All right? He is. In 2024, he was leading the league in sacks. He was leading the league in pressures. He was leading the league in pass rush win rate. He was doing all of it. Well, guess what? He's still good. All right? This year, he's still, all right, this is via The Athletic. He still leads all edge rushers in pressures. He's the number one pressure getter. He is third in pass rush win rate at 25% and is tied for 7th in sacks with 6. So what that means is that nobody gets more pressure. Only 2 guys win their one-on-one matchup more often than him. And the sacks will probably eventually become even more. He has added to his repertoire this year that he can strip the ball out. He's coachable. Oh my goodness, is this guy good? Just like we knew you can't just lose Goff. You can't just lose Sewell. You can't just lose St. Brown, right? Like, we knew these were guys that we had to find a way to hang on to on the offensive side. Hutchinson is one of those guys you cannot lose. So that's the question for you. Would you trade Hutchinson right now for 2 first-round draft picks and an aging defensive tackle? Like the Cowboys did? Like, I can get it from their side because Micah Parsons is not the locker room guy that Hutch is. They're great football players. They are game wreckers. Look, it is not lost on me. I think Kelvin Shepherd is doing a phenomenal job as a defensive coordinator for this team. I think he's doing a phenomenal job. But it is not lost on me that Kelvin Shepherd has Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson wrecks drives. Sacks and forced holding penalties are drive killers. They destroy a drive. Like, the percentage of drives where there is a sack for more than 5 yards that end in a touchdown is significantly smaller than if there's not. Significantly. A defensive end has the ability to change the game unlike almost any other position on defense. And there are only a certain number of defensive ends or just players in general in the NFL that can do that. Aiden Hutchinson is one of them. All right? He is right up there right now with the way he's playing with the Micah Parsons, with the Myles Garrett. He's better than TJ Watt right now. He is. All right? And I would say he's equal to or on par. I think Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett are just a different level of freak athlete. I do. All right? Each in their own way. Aiden Hutchinson has moved ahead of the Bosas. Aiden Hutchinson has moved ahead of Crosby. Aiden Hutchinson has moved ahead of Hendrickson. All right? Like, he is ahead of all those guys. You got to pay him. And we have. And the way we did it, and I'll do this before I go, the cap space is okay. Right now, we have $21 million still left this year. When you go to next year, before the Hutch one, we had less money. Now we have $17 million next year. And in 2027, we still have $71 million. Yes, we're at the bottom of the league in available cap space. Totally makes sense, right? That is, you're going to have to pay. That's the first year you start paying Hutchinson right here, almost $40 million. All right, Sewell, St. Brown, Aleem McNeil, 2028. We'll go up to 2028. All right. We're dead last in the NFL, but we also have 20 players on the roster. Most teams that you look at won't have that. Sewell's still there. McNeil's still there. St. Brown is still there. Now Jameson Williams pops up. Kirby Joseph. All right. 2029. It's the same thing. All of a sudden, we're fourth. All of a sudden, we're fourth. And we're still paying our big boys in 2029. So, yeah, I'm not that worried about the cap situation. No, we're not going to be guys in the free agency that are going to go out and spend $20 million a year on a guy. We're going to keep our own. We're going to keep developing them. And Brad Holmes is continuing to backfill the talent with who he drafts and trades for. It is a winning recipe in the NFL. You know it works here. Now what we just have to hope and pray for is health so that this team can be at full strength when they're going into these difficult situations in the playoffs at the end of the year. I'm excited about this. I don't know if there's anybody I'd be happier to see sign an extension. I am happier, as weird as it sounds, about this extension than I was about the Goff extension. All right? I am equally as happy about this Hutchinson extension as I was about Penei Sewell and I was about Amon-Ra St. Brown. And those guys are making significantly less. This is what the market demands. Salary cap's going to continue to go up. Excited to see it. Excited to see it. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.